Sheila Carter of Bold and the Beautiful has passed away. Last week on the CBS soap opera, Deacon Sharp bid her farewell as she lay in cold storage at the morgue. Contrary to what most people thought, he never checked her toes. However, there are signs that Deacon will soon find out that the woman he loves has sent him one very special farewell gift. Before she passed away, Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, had been having a visit with a former acquaintance. Seeing Cannon's character, Deacon Sharp was unaware of the identity of the person or the location of her visits. Thus, it's plausible that this cunning woman was working with someone. For the nine-toed woman, dying the way she did on Bold and Beautiful solved two issues. She put the law on Jackie McKinn's Woods, Steffi Forrester, hot seat. This would serve as payback for the mother-in-law, who was targeted by Steffi in her own house and hit in the face. Furthermore, this made it possible for Deacon to interact with his daughter's family. In spite of the widespread belief that she couldn't love Deacon, perhaps she prioritized him. It could therefore be that she underwent enough transformation to leave him in order for him to have that relationship with his daughter. Sheila Carter used to go to tremendous measures to achieve her goals. Why wouldn't this be the case on Bold and the Beautiful today if she wants this for Deacon? This week, Sheila's transformation was alluded to multiple times on Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon asked her what happened as he spoke to her lifeless body in the morgue. She had changed, Deacon Sharp thought. He was still of the belief that she had changed her ways, despite what had happened. Bold and Beautiful frequently takes care while crafting the character scripts, and most of the time, there's a valid explanation. After the insane woman's passing, one such event involving Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., occurred. Ridge told family members that Sheila was declared dead by the EMTs when they arrived at Steffi's house. That statement didn't sound right. He took great care to identify the person who called her time of death. However, B&B can have a valid purpose for including that. Sheila Carter was with someone during all of Deacon Sharp's missing activities. It's probable that she devised a complex scheme to punish her daughter-in-law and return Deacon's family. But how was she going to pull this off? First, observe the scene in Bold and the Beautiful where Sheila throws herself at Steffi. The mad woman appeared to be there to carry out a cunning deed because she had netting covering her face when she arrived. Nevertheless, it exposed her enough for Steffi to recognize her identity. She put her hand in her pocket before launching herself at her daughter-in-law. She appeared to be getting ready to brandish a weapon. Steffi felt like she was going to pull a gun from this. But according to Lieutenant Baker, Dan Martin, no firearm was discovered. Even though Steffi had picked up a large carving knife, the armed intruder nevertheless lunged toward her. That being said, is this really nonsensical? What if Sheila was wearing enough padding under her protective gear to make it look like the knife went all the way through her chest? Sheila would just need to place a bag of fake blood inside the coat, and when her daughter-in-law took it out, the knife would be covered in blood. Recall the scene from Bold and Beautiful where Sheila was being treated by EMTs. On the overall, they came across as a little distant. The coroner, they added, was en route to retrieve the remains. The EMTs and some random coroner could have been paid off by Sheila and her underworld allies. Yes, it's rather a stretch, but this is B&B. Alright, so they managed to fake Sheila Carter's death up to that point, but what happens in the morgue? Deacon Sharp, who had concealed his love for his fiancée while she was alive, had already found closure after seeing her. In Sheila Carter's earlier stories on Bold and the Beautiful, plastic surgery has been used, so why not do it once more? But perhaps this time, the transformed woman came into contact with a dead body while out and about seeing her friend. Not by killing someone, but maybe by taking an unclaimed body from a morgue or a practice cadaver that was being sent to a medical school. She may then track down a dishonest physician who transformed the deceased into Sheila Carter. After the coroner's car stops, Sheila crawls out and they put her sculpted twin back in the wagon before driving away. Nobody should be staring at a corpse's feet now that her identity has been established. Perhaps the woman with 9 toes was counting on that. However, if Sheila Carter staged her death like she did in the past, her missing toe will most likely reveal her identity. In the next few days, someone might catch the idea and insist on seeing her feet. If not, if the body is buried or cremated, that clue can be lost forever. EMTs and a few other parties. However, Deacon Sharp was once informed by the cunning woman that she possessed access to more money than he could ever spend in a lifetime. So did Deacon Sharp receive a gift from this woman he loved? In the event that she staged her demise, she made it possible for him to presently be with his family. This may have been her initial motivation for coming up with this ruse. That is, if it is indeed true. She also had a gift for her daughter-in-law after she had been struck in the face. The gift of revenge, since her spouse now views Steffi as a murderer. Additionally, it appears that the police on the CBS soap opera are still investigating her. For the most recent bold and the beautiful spoilers, return to Soap Dirt.